Dear learner, let's move ahead and now check through another nice set of tabs which is there in the analytics interface, wherein with the help of which when you are looking forward at analyzing any report or data on a very frequent or regular basis, like many a times in an organization when there is a person who is handling analytics, he or she is required to check through certain set of reports on a frequent basis, like many times, multiple times in a week, or even there are scenarios when you require to check that report probably multiple times in one day, specifically when you may have run a paid campaign promotion, or when there are some kind of tweaks in the results which you are expecting at a very fast pace. In all those scenarios, you need to go ahead and use certain mechanisms by which a particular report may be required to be checked very frequently. Like, to give you an example, let's say that many a times when organization is looking forward at testing through the different set of searches the user is doing, they may be required to check the site search report in the behavior tab, which we have seen previously, on a quite frequent and regular basis. Or if an organization is looking forward at probably the goals which are getting completed each day, or maybe number of goals getting completed on a very regular basis each hour, then they may be required to check the goals report on a very frequent basis. So to help us out in this scenario, because many times while checking a report, we are doing multiple steps within the same. We are going from one section to a subsection, from a subsection to maybe a particular link within the subsection. So in all these scenarios, to help us through, there is a nice tab known as the shortcuts tab in analytics. And with the help of this, we can create a simple shortcut like we do ourselves when we want to do the task of copy paste, of using Control C or Command C and Control V or Command V for copy pasting data. So in a similar manner, we can use shortcuts in analytics. And to check through how that looks, let us have a look in the interface itself. So here in the interface, you can see there is the tab known as shortcuts. If I go forward and click at the moment, if there would be no shortcuts already created in the overview tab, I will not be able to see through any shortcuts. So to understand this, let us take an example. Let's say that I'm required to get through the city-based report of an organization, and my task is to check through which new cities are giving traffic to the particular website, as well as which are the new set of cities which are used through for the same. So when I'm looking forward to do this particular activity, I can do it in a very efficient manner with the help of the shortcuts tab. So first of all, I'll need to go forward and check through the city-based report. So if I would like to tell you to guess where it is, I definitely believe you would be knowing it's available in the audience tab. Within the audience tab, there is the geo tab or the geolocation tab under it, which is going to go ahead and provide you the data about the city-based report. So here in the geolocation tab, you are able to get through the major countries at first level, from which you can see through the traffic of each one of them. So that's, if I go ahead and just do a step count, going to audience tab, going to geo, going to location tab, that's the third step indeed. And then within that, if I want to check the city-based report, I can do through by either probably going into one of the countries itself, and then it will show me a state-based report that within a country from which all states am I receiving the maximum traffic. And then to get a city-based report, at the top there is the primary dimension tab, within which I need to go ahead and click on city. and then I'll be available with the city based data for that particular region or that particular country itself. So if I want to check this for a particular country and within a country which are the top cities, this is a step by step method to do it. Now, in case these 4 to 5 steps are to be followed on a repetitive basis, then the best thing, instead of coming across to the audience tab again and again, would be that within this interface and similarly within other reports as well, at the very top you can see through a tab named as shortcuts. So you will go ahead and click on the shortcuts tab itself, and here I'll name this with a particular understanding so as I can get a shortcut of it in the shortcuts tab. So just to let you know that at the moment our shortcuts tab is empty out here. Once I click on shortcut, and let's say I name this as city base report for India location, so I can understand that I want to see the data about various cities from which the website is receiving traffic for within a particular country itself. So I'll give a naming depending on how best I can understand it and click on OK. Just observe through the area out here that there would be the same naming appearing as a report. So as soon as I click on OK, a report is created of the same name in shortcuts, that is city based report for India location. And now instead of following these multiple steps of going in the audience tab and seeing the report, I can use the shortcuts tab and go ahead and just click on this report, and that same data which was available out there with the numbers and other details would be seen through by me out here. And that's a great use when you want to check through data very frequently. And similarly, like I have shown this for audience tab, you can go forward with any of the tabs. Let's say if I check through the acquisition tab and the report within the same, out there as well, like I am in the channels report and acquisition tab, here also you have the shortcut tab, and you could be doing certain modifications, certain changes, certain filtering of value, and could be using this tab to go ahead and make sure to get more inputs or insights in a quicker manner by adding a shortcut from this top link. So that's a nice use of this small set of tab known as shortcuts, and we'll be seeing more details in our coming set of tutorials. Thank you.